Can you see that? January 2019. So this is a current DVD. I did a similar thing last year to show I could get on my race bike despite some arthritis in the hips, because the doctors put it on the medical section of the ACU licence form. So I'm sat on it. I can reach the handlebars. I can put my feet back on the footrests. I can work the brake pedal. Gear pedal is on the other side. Steering, that's the bike. We don't go around corners in sprinting and drag racing. We go in a straight line. Only time we turn around is at the end of the track to come back. Clutch on that side, and in fact, after putting it in first gear and going down the track, I change gear on the button there, so I only need my thumb with compressed air that rams the pedal. Front brake on this side and throttle. So if Robert Kubica can go back to Formula 1 car racing with a withered right arm after a horrendous rally car crash, and if young Billy Munger, who lost his legs, lower legs, in a single-seater car racing crash and has now got prosthetics, if he can go back to single-seater racing, then I'm a long way off being disabled. So there we have it. You can see it hang. This is a big heavy machine, and I have to push this and get it up a ramp into my van. On and off quite easily. Now then, I can touch my toes. You see that big heavy propane bottle? It asks on the form, have I lost any strength in my limbs? Does that satisfy that question? And it's not half empty. So I think really that this is becoming a little bit ludicrous, having to go through all this every year, doctor's form, eyesight test, and all the expenses that entails, plus the full yearly licence, just for me to ride in a straight line down an airfield runway, deserted airfield runway virtually, 3 or 4 times a year. This is not enhancing the sport at all. This is putting people off, and there's a lot of elderly people having to retire because of it, because they're not probably as fit as I am, despite 1 or 2 illnesses over the years which I've recovered fully from. So even the DVLA don't require this sort of tests and expense to drive a car licensed and drive a car down a motorway with thousands of traffic, cars and wagons driving through city centre streets with pedestrians and cyclists milling about. DVLA don't require this, and I'm just going down an empty runway in a straight line 3 or 4 times a year. It's ludicrous. It's just bureaucracy gone mad. It's not enhancing the sport at all, and I think a rethink is necessary. So there we have it. I've shown I can get on and off the machine, I can work the controls. Do I look disabled? I've been on it once. I'm not going to sit down and do it again. That's it. This is going to I'm having to stoop down because of the camera position up on the bench to get all the view in. So this is going now with my race licence application to the ACU for you to view it. So I think that'll do. I've said enough. I've moved the camera so you can see me stood upright and walking around. That is enough now.